is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah. Then I hit that. Okay, yeah, yeah. Then I hit that. Cause I ain't like it. Okay, yeah, yeah. Then I hit that.
The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington football team. Taken in the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Off the play fake. Wakefield. Got a man, it's Gibson, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Wakefield. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wakefield.
And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson, complete.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is Archer. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Sanders' first carry of the game. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
On the tackle.
It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Hurts. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. He'll take it at the 42. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control.
And now off to the races down the right side. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. And he'll give it here to his running back. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. And that's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second down.
To throw on second down. Wakefield. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Loss of 9.
You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Now Sanders. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
38,
the Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
At the 19-yard line.
From the gun, Wakefield. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. Now a give right side. It's Palmer. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. Well, you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
To throw on 3rd down, Wakefield. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Here's Archer. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that 2nd drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Hurts to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Scotty Miller.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
3rd down.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Wakefield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Check. Check. Hot. 18 Cardinal.
From the gun, Wakefield. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Here we go.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Sanders, the ball
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A gain of 13 yards. And an Eagle first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing is Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal, And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
On first down, Hurts. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. It was Breeland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down.
He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First down, Eagles.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. James Washington in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are on the board first here tonight. We don't see too many scoreless halves in football, not in today's day and age, and we're not going to see one here. We finally have points on the board.
Yeah, and it didn't come easy, did it? Because neither of these offenses really gotten out of the starting blocks yet. But that is definitely an important score right there. And who knows? The way their defenses play, that touchdown might even hold up until the end.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Second half will start with a run by Sanders, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. Switch.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
At their 49-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. He's going to launch it for Washington. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far. And it was again on the last play.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. A pitch comes to Sanders. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll find Miller. That's complete.
Hurts pass.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And now this throw complete to Washington. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
He was brought down by Cole Holcomb. A 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 19-yard line.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. That is caught at the 7.
Hurts pass.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
A gain of 13.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll set up to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
1st and goal.
The 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Will be Hurts on the option. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here comes Sanders on the toss right. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Well, the second down throw on target. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the gun on third down, Wakefield. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Wakefield. And he'll complete this to Gibson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On third down, Wakefield. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
Now a leaping catch, he's got it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. James Washington, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And it is now 21 to nothing.
Is good. Makes the score Eagles 21, Washington nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wakefield. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
I'm coming after you. Mine's 54. Mine's 54. I'm not ready.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Wakefield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
Escaping the pressure right. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
On 1st down, it's Sanders. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 2nd and 3. This ball complete to Rager. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Wakefield. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Complete.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
From the gun on 3rd down. Wakefield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Tressway now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They said their goal was to win 7 games. They've done that pretty early in the year.
Really make a big push to finish.